この番組は横浜ビーコルセアーズの選手たちがバスケのことからプライベートのことまでゆるーっとトークする番組です。今回は通訳の沢地さんが質問をしてラッシュヘッドコーチとユッカアシスタントコーチに答えてもらうスペシャルトーク。2シーズン目を迎えたラッシュ体制のバスケについて聞いていきます。場所は横浜ビール本店レストラン馬屋。醸造所を併設しているため新鮮なビールと横浜の食材を使用した料理が楽しめます。横浜文体での試合後など普段から2人が利用しているお店で早速乾杯。飲みながらバスケについてトークしていきましょう。
ラッシーさん and Yuka さん、 What do you guys think that's really important in basketball?
Well, there's so many things. I think at the end of the day, it's like a mini picture of life. Like the main thing in basketball is that it's a team sport. You've been a player, but you need a group who works together. And there's so many aspects. There needs to be understanding of what we are doing, how we are doing, but even more important is that there needs to be a trust to each other. There needs to be a kind of a understanding that who is your teammate, what is he doing, and what do I need to do to help him, and vice versa. So this is really always the thing why we play team sports, because we want to do things together.
I agree. I would add two things. For me, like basketball is most I like to watch basketball because it's tactical. You have to think, you have to be smart there, you have to read situations. Plus, it's very fast game, so it's very nice to watch the game. Where ball is moving and we are running up and down the floor. I don't want to say bad about the other sports, but sometimes it's boring, when there's nothing happening in a ball games. And I really like basketball, when it's fast paced and the ball is moving, the players are moving, and I think what Lassi said is important. But as a basketball lover, I love the game because it's tactical and it's a really fast game.
You guys, really into this collective basketball, and being here for this second year straight, what do you see in the difference between last season and this season?
Well, now we are early still in the B League. I would say the first part of the year is always it's the early part, so it's like getting to know each other, what we're doing. And I would say that you need to have a certain principles, ways that we do no matter what, but then the team is always deciding like their own way to do it, because every team is different. And if we only bring into I love to say now when we're here in the restaurant that if we bring the recipe before looking what do we have in the kitchen, we're gonna make probably a bad dish. So you need to be always understanding that who do you have, what the team qualities are, to be able to make that team play collectively. And some teams are passing more, some teams are making more screens to each others. That's also being collective. It doesn't only mean that you share the basketball.
Yeah, I agree. You can play collective basketball many ways, but you still have to understand what pieces you have together. Like if you have good shooters, you should find us, some looks for them. If you have big guys, who can pass, you should, get them to the positions where they can read and react, and so on. So I think this is actually funny you talk about food, and this is true, that if you bring the table, the ingredients, that then you start to think that what you can make before you can make pizza if you don't have, if you don't have tomato sauce. Or I think, nowadays you can do it also.
So with that being said, collective basketball, B-Court basketball, what do you think is the best thing about it? What do you want the people to see in the B-Court basketball?
Well, I have said it since the day one that we need to be the group that people can be proud. And that's of course like every year you have ups and downs, You can make them proud by making shots or having a good weekend by victories, but I think that should be more the way we are, the way we treat people, the way we respect the game of basketball. And I still say that we made a good adjustment for the team. Team is different than last year, but we should still have this challenger mentality like B Corsairs has had the previous years too. We are aiming, dreaming to reach next steps, and that's why you need to be humble and also give everything every day. That's not always easy, because when you make a new group and when you especially have not yet been together a long time, it takes time to get this, work in a process. But at the end of the day, after the season, the fans should be proud that they were supporting this group this year. Whatever is the result. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things you can control, and one thing is that how much effort you put in. Like talent, we all know that we have talent in the team, different type of talent than last year. Positive things, some things are missing. But at the end of the day, I think all people in all sports respect, when you have the never give up mentality. So I think that's something, that we are working every day, to push the players, to do it in the practice, to get good habits, and never give up mentality. And it's really tough in B-League because there's a lot of travel, there's a lot of games, to have the right mindset over there. But I think that's something, we commonly share, this idea, that what kind of basketball we want to play, but also, that if you give your best, like Lassi said, you win or lose, but if you did your best, you give your best, then you can be kind of okay with the result what comes. But if you feel after the game and if the fans feel, that maybe they didn't give their best, then that's not in sports, very good.
I thought it was just...
Yeah, we're talking too much, so we should... Yeah.
いつコムの夜10時は水曜は NEC レッドロケッツ川崎の笑顔いっぱい We Love Rockets。 木曜は横浜ビーコルセアーズの素顔に迫るゆるっとビーコル。金曜は川崎フロンターレと共に歩んで番組21年目に突入、好き好きフロンターレ。地域のスポーツチームをもっと身近に。
引き続きゆるっとトーク。続いての質問は
What were you shocked about, the culture shock that you had from Europe basketball and B League? What kind of surprised you in Japanese basketball?
I had a history. I coached against Japan, so I had a picture how fast, how talented, fundamentally sounded it can be. That was the thing that I expected, but it still surprised me. Of course, the B League has speed with the very fast guards and then huge physicality with size. And I think the size cap is still something that needs to be the key to solve, especially in the defensive end, that how you solve the size cap in Europe, as you ask. I think when I was coaching in Strasbourg, my big man was a little bit over 2 meters, rarely, and my guard was 190 something. So actually you have almost 5 same size, maybe not same as strong-wise, but same size of players. So you can do different things. And here you need to solve the things another way around. And especially the physicality in certain points has been surprising. And the main shock for you, because now we can be honest, was in the first preseason game in Kawasaki when he went on the court 1 hour before, very excited that now I'm gonna see the warm-up, I'm gonna go there. And he came back one second later, I cannot go there. Maybe we were sitting there and said, why? And he was like, there's so many people oh, Jukka, waving for him, and that doesn't happen in Europe. So that was for sure the biggest shock in the beginning for him.
You go shy.
I'm shy. I was shy.
Now he's already used
Yeah.
and that's also very nice that you welcome the players, especially
Yeah.
also coaches when they come and you feel immediately that
But
support.
that's why I go to the gym. Every day I work with my hands. That I can wave my hands for the fans to feel respected also.
How did you guys meet, and how you guys started making this relationship?
So okay, let's go to the true point.
Oh no!
Because I have the only right version because first years Jukka didn't even look at me because I was a basketball fan. First Jukka's team, huge fan when they won the championship. So I was a big fan around 10 years old when Jukka was already captain, winning as a young player, star player, the championship. And I was fan of that team. And then my hometown club came to the first league and I became first some youth player and then I was a little bit trying to be a player, like a young player in the pro team and then later after that assistant coach and then we played against them. And we all hate him.
Yes.
He was so good and he was talking to the referees and all the time like, hey, this. So that was how we met first time. And it's funny memory because I was a Kouvola fan in those first years because our parents are from the same area, even though I have lived in another city. And then probably we crossed in the golf course a few times after that, knowing each other's not so well, but then luck was there because 2010 Jukka was named to be assistant coach of a Finland national team and I accidentally got lucky to be few weeks a video coordinator for the national team, so we actually became staff members in the national team same time.
Yeah, we were together like 10 years as a Finnish staff, for Finnish national team working together, and also we had a footstep of Jordan, trip. We were both having like an off year of coaching, 2014. 15 January. Yeah, so we was planning, let's study basketball and we collect money from some sponsors, to go to USA, to go to visit colleges, to go visit the NBA team. So we were almost 1 month in USA and enjoying the life there, basketball, one thing, good food, warm weather in Los Angeles, and then Lassi has a call and he leaves and I go next day, I go to Chicago, minus 25 Celsius. So he went to Istanbul, got a job in Besiktas. So.
And I think that has been the great thing, that the friendship what basketball gives, because now we are seeing each other every day, but even when Jukka left to Estonia, I was with Finland and then I became the head coach. Usually when you meet each other, so you don't have to really think or anything. It goes like we've been meeting every day or being. So that's the real thing with the friendship. And of course, if there was not another reason, to call, was that I rent the apartment from Jukka when I came back to Finland in the summer, because he has so many apartments there. So he always called that, can you pay the rent and send me more money? So.
今回はここまで。次回は2人のプライベートについて聞いていきます。お楽しみに。12月27日土曜のアルティーリ千葉戦はイッツコムの冠試合。これに伴いファンの皆さんが作ったオリジナルのブースターディフェンスを募集します。実際に試合当日、選手執筆のものと一緒に会場の横浜国際プールで使用される可能性も。詳しくはイッツコムの X Go B コルをご覧ください。また来場者に当日プレゼントされる冊子には全選手分のブースターディフェンスが載っていますので、そちらもお楽しみに。次回のホームゲームはおよそ1ヶ月ぶりとなる12月13日土曜、14日日曜、大阪エベッサ戦。スピード感や激しい体のぶつかり合いなどの迫力を間近に感じられる1階席のチケットは残りわずか。 大迫力のプレーをアリーナでご堪能あれ。